All right, so let's get started. Welcome everyone. We've got some attendees. We've got for the first time somebody listening in on the phone. We don't know who that is. There's a secret attendee who doesn't want to reveal their identity. That's fine. It's okay. We're going to be the issue with this podcast is that I don't know how much the secret attendee is going to enjoy this because there's a lot of show and tell that we'll do at least in one part of the podcast. So let's see how that goes. But anyway, quick housekeeping stuff. If you haven't seen the old videos, they're in the top right hand corner. This is my left hand, but it becomes my right hand corner on YouTube. Okay. So remember that if you need any related resources, you will find them up there and I'll keep putting them in. There'll be some stuff in the description. If you have questions after the fact, feel free to type them in the comments or just email the N2 Cutlets and any one of us will be very happy to help you. By the way, I'm going to be transitioning responsibility of this broadcast to Vasudha, and you see Vasudha right there, wave. And I'm pretty certain. So, you know what happens? Until now, I realized that the focus is on me, and then YouTube just shows me. And I didn't realize that it doesn't have the focus on everyone else. But I know for a fact that now Vasudha in the YouTube video should also be in the bottom right hand corner. So if she waves, everyone will know that this is the person who's going to do the podcast from this point on. Or we'll probably pair on a couple of podcasts next week, but thereafter she takes on the show. But anyway, let's get this show going. I have on the show, as usual, Ankur, who's the program manager. I've already told you who Vasudha is and what she's going to do. But we have two people who everyone knows, but I still think I owe them an introduction. There's Mohan and there is Suresh. And these are legends of the game called Away Day. Every away day that I have seen in the last 12 years, they've been at the center of it. And so, if at all there is anything to answer about an away day, general knowledge about an away day, history of away days, all of the failures of away days, success of away days, these are people to talk about. So, uh, first things first, we sent out some communication today about room sharing. And some people will be okay with it, some people will be unhappy with it. First, tell us, we said 5 hotels, and now all of a sudden this number's jumped to 7 hotels. Why did that happen?
Okay. Hi, Sumit. Mohan here. And thank you for introduction. We have people earlier assumption 1500. Right now, people is increased to 1650 plus. And we don't have rooms in 5 hotels, what we decided earlier. That's why we need to look for 2 more additional hotels.
Okay. And is it still double sharing or is there some triple sharing as well?
All other hotels is double sharing and only Hyatt few rooms we are going to be double sharing.
Okay. All right. So we still ensure everyone's reasonably comfortable.
Everybody is comfortable for double sharing.
Okay. And Mohan, back in the day, I know even in the last away day, we allowed people to actually have their own roommates, choose their roommates. Why aren't we doing that this time?
This time we have people count is increased and here we have 7 hotels and we can't able to choose the people and different flight timings people are coming. We want to make sure express check-in kind of stuff. Our core team is decided. We are think lot of things. People want to give the excellent super support for the people without any trouble for check-in. Because of that, over flight is coming and we are going to put them into the different hotels and check-in will be smooth.
Okay. And so what you're saying is that a hotel is mapped to a flight?
To the flight. Yes, exactly.
And have you finished all of the room allocation right now?
We are still in process and it will take some more time to finish it up.
Even though it is random, it is still in process.
Yes, there is a lot of hard work is behind.
And so let me understand the quantum of this hard work. So this is random allocation of rooms.
Right.
When did this room allocation process start? And how long does it take just to finish the random allocation in the first place?
Random allocation, we started with last 3 days back, but still going on. We just finished only one hotel. As of today, we got to know all the whatever formulas, everything, how we have to do the room allocations through the flight wise, and it will take some more time. By next week, we'll be done and we'll be sharing to the people.
Okay, so what you're saying, let me paraphrase that. What you're saying is that even though you're doing random allocations, it takes you at least an entire week to
Yes,
decide who is rooming with whom.
exactly. That will take a lot of time.
Okay. And then, of course, you've got to also see that travel times from the airport are plus the travel time to the venue. You are able to ensure that people are able to get to the venue on time. So you've got to map the right hotel to the right venue. There is all of that complexity as well.
Right, you're right.
Okay. Ankur, is that a fun task? Since you've been involved in it as well, you're Mohan's
Assistant.
executive assistant on this, na?
Yeah. I am the executive assistant. It's a mind-numbing, mind-bending task. And I think it's random to a certain level, but it's not completely random, right? Because we can't just assign people rooms randomly. There are thought workers who have thought worker spouses, so we need to make sure they are taken care of. There are some thought workers who are bringing their infants with the spouse, so we need to make sure we look at those cases. And then, of course, all that has to happen within the constraint of a flight, right? So, which flight you're coming in, only within that we can do.
So what you're telling me is that to have a roommate of my choice, I need to start dating a thought worker.
Yeah, probably that'll be the fastest way.
No, okay, so not this away day. Maybe make a plan for the next away day. Uphold pillar 4.
Yeah.
Pillar 4. Pillar
Yes.
4. Pillar 4. No,
This
sorry. Now see it. Pillar 4. Okay. All right. So that's about rooms. So you're saying next week we get to know who we are rooming with. Can you tell us very quickly how? So we've made some flight selection. How do we get our tickets?
Okay, flight tickets, people, we are given the choice, and based on the people choice, we are already identified the flights and we already issued the flights, and it will be PNR different flights, and PNR everything will keep it in one Excel sheet. We're going to share it to you next week. You can able to look for the PNR in the sheet. Then we'll give you the links, steps, where is your ticket. You can just take the PDF, just take only first page. Why means one PNR, it will be plenty of tickets. Please don't waste printouts. Please take only first page. That is good enough to
Do we
travel.
need printouts? We can take them on our phone also, no?
You can take them the phone, but a lot of people will take the printouts. But make sure when you are taking the
Let's
print.
use this opportunity to discourage people from doing printouts. No,
Yes.
I'm doing all of my travel using using just my phone.
Yes, phone, but few people they will take the printouts. But make sure whoever want to take the printout, please don't take entire printouts. It will be 50 to 60 pages. If you want to take
Wow.
printout, take only one. Otherwise, just take a screenshot of your phone. That's enough.
Okay. And are we going to try and organize group check-ins at the airport, Mohan?
This time we are speaking to the airlines and we are going to arrange for the group check-in. But these are all the group tickets, and you need to be there before 2 hours of your travel time, your
Okay.
flight time.
So as long as you're there early enough, then your flight leads, there'll be flight leads on every flight, right?
Yeah, we are organizing flight leads as well. We are going to intimate. Everything will happen next week. Then you will get to know, and your flight leads also will guide you.
Okay. Let's be sure to communicate that clearly with everyone so that everyone knows, what to expect on the flight and all of that.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Lakshmi is saying, oh, if I've got to be on a 6:15 a.m. flight, then I need to be there by 4:15. Yeah, Kazi, we'll probably do another video, and we'll probably also create a short 1-minute video to tell you what your travel process is looking like. Yeah, Lakshmi, 4:15 to be on the 6:15 a.m. flight. But do remember, I was in a workshop with you yesterday, and I got up at 2 a.m. in the morning to do that workshop. So don't complain. All right, let's change track to the item which was the topic of all the buzz today, and that is goodies, Suresh. Let's do a bit of show and tell. Let's start with the website, and okay, let me try to pull this up. Cool. Share my screen, and we have a page for goodies. And so, Suresh, How much time did you spend looking for these goodies for us?
Yeah, hi Sumit. I think we got plenty of goodie samples to.
How many goodie samples did you reject before you made the selection of this goodie?
I mean, we got the samples that could be sufficient for one of our smallest office in ThoughtWorks India.
Okay.
So we had a plenty of samples that we gotten, and with the help of core team, we had to narrow down to 3 before we even zeroed out to the product that we have finally chosen.
And was there any voting involved to select these eventually?
Yes, I think we did take some voting from the core team members, and also we had extended to the N2 Patley, the office reps and all, to ensure that the decision is right and the product that we have selected is right.
Good. So you know what? I decided that this particular podcast we'll do a little differently, and we'll do a little show and tell. So I filled up an entire bag. Now people are saying, "Oh, you can make anyone can make anything look good in a photograph." Is it real? Is it really that good? So I actually filled up an entire bag with stuff just to do a show and tell. Okay, so you can see this is full, and I'm going to take out stuff one by one to show you what all can go into this. This can take I think it can take a small human being. I'm going to try next to fit my children into this, but for now let's just do luggage, right? So let's open this. Oh, by the way, let me since we are doing show and tell, right? I can hang it on my side. Let me take a walk.
Sumit, you're reminding me of the selection process when we did all this.
Right. So hangs quite well. If I need to take off the strap, I can take that off here. There. Let me show you. Let me give you a closer look. So I can take that strap off. And then I can also make it into a backpack if I want. This is obviously not set to size, and I won't waste time on that. I'll start showing you what all I've got in this bag. So let's start from the size. I'm notorious in terms of filling a bag beyond its capacity, but this bag has a lot of capacity. So let's turn this down. All right, let's see the sides. I've got this jacket. It's a little jacket. What do you call this? A down jacket. So it should keep me pretty warm. I'm going on holiday, by the way. So I'm actually going to pack this. I've got my travel pillow and my eye shades so I can go to sleep on the flight. All right, let's open the main compartment. So I've got this little travel pouch, and I'll show you. This is a toiletries pouch as well. I just packed it in here because I wanted to keep the other travel pouch outside to demo. But this has got some of my regular toiletries, like toothbrush or like a spray and all of those kind of things. Okay, so you don't have to see all of that. I just wanted to prove that it was not empty. Then I have my laptop. Not the laptop that I'm presenting from, another laptop. So actually, it is a laptop, believe me. There. Okay. All right. And then let's see. I've got some clothes. I usually like to keep things organized. So, my clothes are in there. Enough clothes for a week. I have my shoes just in case I want to go running. So, yeah. There you go. My shoes, just to prove that they are indeed shoes. I'm not filling them with paper. Let's look on the side. I've got a book because generally if I'm out, then I like to have a field guide to figure out which birds I'm seeing. So I've got that book in there. And then I have a bag full of camera equipment. So all of my camera, not all of my camera gear, but some of my camera gear. Camera, 2 lenses, third lens, and then some spare batteries and things like that. So what I'm trying to tell you is that if I haven't made that point clearly enough is that this bag actually carries a lot of stuff. Do you think that's good enough stuff for 1 week travel?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's good.
What do you think, Ankur?
Yeah, I think I love the bag. In fact, I'm also planning to take vacation after the away day, unlike you, who's taking vacation before the away day and
Right.
ditching us. So I also intend to use the bag for my vacation.
Okay. Want to take a look at the next goodie? So the next goodie is this, which we showed on the website. Let's actually switch the website for a minute. Which is this. It's a toiletries pouch. And here, of course, you see all of the toiletries strewn around. We went outdoors to try it out in a slightly more rugged environment. And let's see. Let me show you this little there. And I don't want to take everything out, but the cool thing I like about this, let's actually get it down here so I don't drop things. The cool thing I like about this is it actually takes these big bottles. So the thing I don't like about my existing toiletries pouch is that if I had to shove in something as big as this, it wouldn't take it. But here I can shove in fairly big stuff, like that. And it's got stuff for more. I mean, I haven't stuffed it in completely. The sides have space. Sometimes, I get a backache, so I've got stuff to kind of cure my sprain and things like that. You can decide to put your toothbrush and everything else on the other side. So I've got my toothbrush, just a little thing to wash my face and stuff like that. You don't have to see all of the stuff I do for vanity. But what I'm trying to tell you is that this is one of those things of I'm on assignment and I want to take my big bottles as against just the little travel size stuff. This thing can turn out to be quite handy. So and by the way, the material and the fit and finish is amazing. I mean, just look at that. You guys will get this everyone who's watching, you'll get this in hand. I mean, look at the fit and finish and the overall feel of that thing. It's very premium.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. If you ask me also, Sumit, I mean, I love both the goodies, but this is my favorite. If I had to pick among the two in the survey, I would have picked this one.
Yeah. So we're going on a family holiday after this. And actually, all of us will pack all of our toiletries in that one bag. So that's kind of, it's a little bigger than my usual bag, where it turns out to be quite handy when all three of us travel together. So thank you, Suresh. And actually, thank you, everyone, because all of you contributed, right, to, actually making this selection.
Yeah. So the entire core team. And of course, you are also part of it.
There's
Yeah,
a
although
anonymous
he doesn't consider himself as part of core team, but he is.
Hey, no. I changed that. Ever since I rolled off, I'm going to prove this to you. Hold on. This is, Ankur, you're not keeping track of stuff, man. As the program manager, I will give you negative marks for this.
Okay. I know, I've seen that already.
You've seen that? Yeah. See, I'm in the core team.
Yes. Handyman and instigator.
That is you or your brother, Sumit?
My younger brother.
Younger brother, okay.
All right. Let's see if we've got any questions, any comments. If this video goes public, Sumit is going to increase the sales of these bags and pouches, or probably. Let's see. If is Swiss military paying me anything for this, or is Wildcraft paying me anything for this? Suresh, do you know?
Yeah, I've started negotiating.
On contract with me for being a product evangelist. Yeah, next job. All right. So somebody, Siley says, goodies are amazing. Waiting to see them in your hand. When do we get to see them in our hand?
So, it is the production is completed. It's already started dispatching. Some of the offices already received. Some of them are yet to receive. So we were targeting it to start issuing it from following Monday. So along with the baggage tag. So we thought like, we will do it together just before the away day, so that like, people have the bags. They can probably like pack everything in the same bags.
Okay. All right. Cool. Let's hope everything starts getting into people's hands in a week's time.
Yeah.
Okay. And then let's ask one more question. And I think we've addressed this at some point, but probably good to address it here. And maybe I'll ask you this, Ankur. So we've got people spread out in different hotels, right? But our event starts in the morning, or on the first day it starts in the afternoon, but ends like really late. So it's going to be really difficult for people to go back. But you've got all sorts of fun planned, partying planned, and if you look at all of that vanity gear, you know that I'm the kind of person who would like to change into my party wear as well. So if I'm not staying at the main hotel, which is the Hyatt, where do I go and change?
Yeah. So the solution that we have figured out to make that happen. So we're looking at roughly around 1,200 people who are not staying at Hyatt coming to Hyatt, right? And those are the people who don't have rooms to change. And the way we are planning to do is request your good friend thought workers who are staying at Hyatt in the Hyatt rooms, and request them to let you share the room for changing. And we have slots. We have kept around 90 minutes on both the days for people to have a break, go and change in the evening when we are switching over from conference to the fun part. But we'll not do it randomly. In the sense, we are not just going to leave it open and say, hey, go figure people out on your own. We are going to map people to the rooms, and we're going to let the folks staying at Hyatt know that, okay, if the two of you are staying in the Hyatt room, here are the 5 other folks, thought workers, who we will need your help with, to let them come into your room and change in the evenings. So that's another list that we have to prepare. We haven't yet started doing that, but that's the way we are planning to tackle that challenge.
Okay. All right. Nitin asks, how far are the other hotels from Hyatt? I already know that. So I think there are some hotels which are about 9 kilometers away. Two hotels which are 16 kilometers away. So let's assume about the hotels which are 9 kilometers away will probably take about 30 minutes to commute from. And then the hotels which are 16 kilometers away will take somewhere between 50 to 50 minutes to an hour to commute from.
Right.
And then there are some hotels, two hotels, which are close by, which are a little less of a commute. Which are the other hotels? Shweta, if you just go to the website, I'll drop the link into the chat. But let me show you this, by the way. So let's go to the website again, show and tell time. We have a page on our website that has the 5 main hotels listed, but we're also going to list the 2 new hotels, and you'll see all of the hotels on the map as well. So feel free to take a look. Again, truth be told, we still have to add the 2 hotels that we've just recently recruited. And so that should be updated in the next couple of days or so. All right. And there's one last question, which is, all of these bags are so similar. And what if all thought workers take these bags to the away day? They'll get really confused about whose bag is which. How are we solving this problem?
So along with the goodies, like we are also giving them the baggage tags. So each one will be getting 2 baggage tags. Probably like people can use that baggage tag to identify their bags. They can mark their names.
Perfect. So I think that was Lakshmi's question. Kazi's suggestion was name tag, and you read Kazi's mind, right?
Yeah. And just to add to that, those name tags will have a color mark as well, so that it'll be a lot more easier for you to recognize in terms of, different colors, so that you know which one is your bag and which is the luggage tag for the corresponding color.
Yeah. And I'll leave everyone with a hook. That color has a purpose. So don't just choose your favorite color. We'll tell you which color name tag to pick, because, in the end, that the choice of color will actually make your check-in process faster. If you choose the wrong color, you will stand at the wrong queue, and you will actually have a long check-in process. When can you get the names of your hotels? As Mohan said, we're trying to complete that in a week. Is that right? So
right.
probably next week.
We're going to, yes.
Okay. So, which means that between now and next week, you will get like 4 hours of sleep every day. Is that how it works?
Yes.
All right. So, on that uplifting note, it's we're getting to the top of our time. So, on that uplifting note, I think we should call it a day on this podcast. What do you think, folks?
Yep. Let's get back to that complicated Excel sheet.
Complicated Excel.
All the best with that, folks. You'll find other related videos up there, and yeah, just feel free to share this. We like news going through the grapevine, and ask people to look at past episodes. There's a lot of information we've shared from these podcasts. We are drawing to a close with this series, but as we get closer to the weight, it's going to be a lot more new information that comes in these podcasts. So keep watching, and till the next time, ta-da!
Bye bye.
Bye bye.